Blackstone Audio presents A Chorus of Innocence, a Sir Robert Carey mystery by P.F. Chisholm. This book is read by Derek Perkins. Prologue. It was a small chapel, stone-built and once dedicated to some papist saint. Since then it had been whitewashed, had its superstitious-coloured windows broken with stones, and the head knocked off the saint, although her cow was left in peace. The old altar had been broken up as the reign of the king's scandalous mother came to its riotous end, the relics hidden in it, levered out, and thrown on a bonfire to burn as superstitious trash. By the early 1570s there was a respectably plain altar table, well away from the eastern end so as not to be idolatrous, and a very well-made plain and solid high pulpit for preaching. Mostly by visiting preachers, though, because who would choose to live in the village so close to the border with England and the bastard English raiders? Once upon a time, memorably, the Reverend Gilpin had come there after the Mermaid Queen was safely locked up in England. This was very unusual. The Reverend's summer journeys kept him on the southern side of the fairy wall, among the God-cursed English. But a laird had heard him there and invited him to come and preach, and paid his expenses forby, and everyone for miles about had gone to listen. They still tutted about it. They had heard some very strange things from the pulpit that day. For a start, Gilpin didn't read the Bible texts they knew and liked, the good ones, about smiting the Philistines, or the book of Joshua, or an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, which was good sense they wholeheartedly agreed with. Nor did he talk about the wickedness of starched ruffs, or vestments, even. He read them some unfamiliar parts of the Gospels, nothing useful about Jesus bringing a sword, no. Strange, unaccustomed things he read them, about making peace with your brother before you laid your sacrifice on the altar, and some outrageous stuff about loving your enemy. The men and women shifted their feet where they stood and looked at each other sidelong. Did Christ really say that? Really? Loving your enemy? Was the English Reverend sure? It sounded papistical. Love everybody. What, the English too? Jesus never said that, did he? And the Reverend had smiled with a twinkle in his small grey eyes, and closed the Bible with a snap, then leaned his arms familiarly on the rail of the pulpit as if he was leaning on a fence. Did you ever in all your...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?